AFC, Luke. Patriots now tied with the Broncos. Denver holds the top seed based on best win percentage.
Yeah.
Jags one game back of both of them. The Jags have a shot at securing the top seed in the AFC.
That is mind-blowing. Mind-blowing.
Now, the Patriots still obviously have a chance at that one seed. What can you take from a win over a Ravens team that was obviously desperate for a win?
Yeah, I'll say this. There's a lot of issues I found offensively with what they were doing today, and I do think their defense is starting to leak a little bit. That being said, I think the positive is the resiliency you saw and how Drake May was able to keep things kind of going. And you look at, let's go back to last week. You had a 21-0 lead, then a 24-7 lead. You obviously get Josh Allen the second half of that game. And then in this one, you're down the fourth. And you kind of felt like, man, is this team a bit fraudulent? And Drake May said, absolutely not. Yeah. Basically willed this team back into this game. He did not have much help in the run game either. The numbers are not great, and they were inflated by the last Stevenson run. He basically had to go. He took a lot of hits. He took a lot of shots. He had to move protection. They were sending a lot of things at him. And Drake May, he used a lot of different receivers, tight ends, Hunter Henry, Diggs has stepped up. I'll say this. I personally don't know how to feel about this Patriots team. When they're rolling, I think they're one of the best teams in the AFC. When they're not rolling, they're definitely not one of the best teams in the AFC. But they're young, especially at the quarterback position. And I looked at the last two games, it's like, man, you had a great half against the Bills, and you had a great fourth quarter against the Ravens. If they can somehow put the full game together, very tough squad to beat.
Speaking of the Ravens, when you have teams like the Jags and a Patriots team that nobody thought would be at the top of the conference, being at the top of the conference, it really highlights what a disappointing season this has been for both. Like, how disappointing has this been? The conference is wide open for them to have taken it.
10 out of 10.
Yeah.
11 out of 10. You know, obviously we all know what's happened to the Chiefs this year. Without Mahomes here, you look at Lamar Jackson, and clearly he's had his injury stuff, but even since being back from injury, has not been his best year. He has not looked super comfortable in there. Rolling into this year, you thought, hey, Henry is the guy. We have him. He looks young. Lamar, obviously, is an MVP-style guy. Your tight end group is loaded. Your wide receivers, Flowers is special talent. Rashad Bateman, you got your third guy in DeAndre Hopkins to make those contested catches. And all of a sudden, it has just become a nightmare. And it's similar to plays like this where I say to myself, this team, yes, they have talent, but if they just had the fundamentals down, they would win way more games. And defensively, you can say the same thing. Now, losing, their star defensive tackle, Matabuke, early in the season, obviously hurt. But you look at some of the names, at least, on this defense, it should be an elite unit. Drake May came and said, I don't care who's playing out here. Watch me do this. I don't care if I have a run game, and shredded this team. And they've been shredded many times this year. It's just a disappointing season from a variety of standpoints. And I think you need to take an honest look if you're in the front office of the Ravens and say to yourself, can this team get it done? And if you think so, we roll it out there again. But if not, go make some changes because Lamar's too good. I don't care how the season has gone. He is too good of a quarterback to not give him the squad to get him to another moment in the playoffs.
Trevor Lawrence, a lot of people were out on Trevor Lawrence.
I was out on him. I'll admit, I was out on him.
We have Jags fans on the crew who were out on Trevor Lawrence.
Really?
So all of a sudden, especially last couple of weeks, it's just a swagger. It's something you're like, this is the guy. This is the number one overall pick.
Bingo.
He wasn't just the number one overall pick. He was highly touted. Right? So what are you seeing from him in the last couple of weeks that suddenly he's figured it out?
To me, it's a lot of pre-snap identifications and feeling comfortable with what is being asked of him. Every time I watch Trevor Lawrence, sometimes we're like, wow, what a great throw. Oh, now he's got no idea what's going on. All of a sudden, I have never seen this guy. He's in the zone, this comfortable, this poise, the throws, the accuracy, the knowing when to use your feet. Again, and he's got weapons right now. ETN, they didn't have a great game running the ball, but they use him out of the backfield very well. I think bringing Jacoby Myers, who's kind of become their true number one, I would say, even though his stats weren't there today, but he really has seemed to gel with him. Parker Washington has been tremendous the last 4 or 5 weeks when he was healthy. Even Strange, their tight end. When I see the accuracy and the understanding of the back shoulder catch that Strange had today for a touchdown, That's when I know, hey, this guy's got trust. They're both on the same page. There's chemistry. But again, when you watch Trevor Lawrence, especially in the month of December, he just looks like, okay, I understand what's going on. I understand the play. I know what the matchup is. Take it.
Yeah.
And I got to give flowers to Liam Cohen, as strange as that interview was.
I agree. Because at the end of the day, he's so weird. He's a weird guy who's trying to be cool. That's the end, you're right. But if you're the players on that team,
yeah,
you're like, our coach has our back.
A coach, and now you're also seeing, and this does travel in the locker room, when you look at the Bucs and Baker Mayfield, which where Liam Cohen was, and how great Baker was last year and how great that operation was, now you take him out and you look at the Bucs season this year, and now you look at Trevor last year, and there's one common denominator, and it's him. And that you get inspired as a guy in the locker room being like, hey, our coach is better than yours. Whether he's a weirdo or not, when we go into game day, our coach is better than yours.
I'll say this. I want more weird coaches in the NFL. You know, give me your Harbaughs, give me your Cohens. I love these guys. They're the best.